Everybody talks about goals, but your life don't rise to your goals. It falls to your standard. Listen to me. Every single person listening right now, you got one shot at life. One. That's it. And the question is not whether you're talented, not whether you're smart, not whether you got potential. The question is, what's your standard? Because let me tell you something, your standard determines your success. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standards. Everybody talks about goals. Everybody says, I want to be great, I want to be successful, I want to be rich, I want to be respected. But let me ask you, what's your standard when nobody's watching? What's your standard when it's not Instagram highlight time, when it's not camera, when it's 5 a.m. and you tired, when it's raining, when you broke, when it hurts? That's where your standard shows up. Some of y'all got goals that sound amazing, but your grind don't match it. You talk championship, but you practice like it's a scrimmage. You say you want greatness, but your habits say average. You say you want to lead, but your actions follow. Listen to me. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are willing to work for. You can't fake it. You can't post it. You gotta live it. When I was sleeping in abandoned buildings, when I had nothing, when I was hungry, I made up my mind that I was going to set a standard for myself. I wasn't waiting for anybody to motivate me. I wasn't waiting for a break. I wasn't waiting for the right time. I wasn't waiting for the right time. I said that this is it. This is my moment. I'm going to outwork everybody. Because I knew that the world might take my money, might take my opportunities, might take my comfort. But nobody can take my standard. Your standard is your DNA. It's who you are when everything else falls apart. Some of you got to raise your standard because you're letting too many excuses live rent-free in your head. I'm tired. I don't have time. And nobody supports me. Listen, nobody's supposed to support you. It's your dream. They can't see it the way you do. They weren't there when you cried yourself to sleep. They didn't feel that fire bombing in your chest when you said, I'm gonna change my life. You gotta protect your standard like your life depends on it. Because it does. You wanna be successful? Then you better get comfortable being uncomfortable. You better stop lowering your standards to fit in with people who quit on their own dreams. You better stop explaining your grind to lazy people. Stop trying to convince average minds of your vision because they can't see it. They can't see it. They can't see your standard. When you raise your standard, you start losing people, but you start finding yourself. You start attracting a different energy. You start waking up before the alarm clock. You stop making excuses. You start creating results. That's the power of a standard. Some of y'all are praying for blessings, but living below your calling. You're asking for more, but giving less. You want promotion, but you're not even mastering the position you're in. You want abundance, but you're not disciplined with the little you have. How can God trust you with the next level if you keep dropping the ball at this one? It's not about what you say. It's about what you do daily. Your routine exposes your standard. If your standard is high, you don't need someone to check on you. You don't need motivation every Monday. You don't need to post about your hustle because it's who you are. It's your normal. You don't brag about brushing your teeth, do you? Because it's part of your life. That's how your grind should be. That's how your excellence should be. Listen to me. Stop asking for easier days. Ask for stronger standards. Stop asking for less pressure. Ask for more discipline because pressure produces diamonds, but only if your standard can handle it. There's a difference between being interested and being committed. Interested people do it when it's convenient. Committed people do it even when it hurts. You can't build greatness on convenience. You build it on consistency. Every single day you gotta wake up and recap and recap and recap. Every single day you gotta remind yourself, I set the standard. You can't let emotions dictate your execution. Motivation might get you started, but standards keep you going when motivation dies. Let me tell you something. The best never get tired of the basics. Kobe didn't stop practicing free throws, stop practicing Bay Millions. He still shot every day. Michael Jordan still ran drills. The greats never think they're too good for the grind. Their standard is the grind. You want to be a king? You want to be a queen? Then start acting like one before the crown shows up. Don't wait for validation to raise your standard. Wait for applause to start excellent. The crown don't make the king. The standard does. You're waiting for the world to believe in you, but the world's waiting for you to believe in yourself enough to raise the bar. Stop talking about potential, start performing. Potential means nothing if you don't deliver. I've met people with less talent but high standards who became legends because they refused to lower the bar. They refused to quit. They refused to say it's good enough. You gotta stop negotiating with your dream. Stop giving your weaknesses permission to run your life. Every time you say I'll do it later, you are lowering your standard. Every time you say I'm too tired, you're lowering your standard. Every time you say maybe tomorrow, you're lying to your greatness. And maybe tomorrow you're lying to your greatness. You don't get to talk about greatness and live average. You want your kid to be proud. You want your family to change. Then you gotta be the example. You gotta be the first one to show what a raised standard looks like. You gotta be the one to say, no more excuses, no more laziness, no more no more. Some people will hate you for it. They'll say you changed, but you didn't change. You evolved, you leveled up. You started set a standard they refuse to meet. That's why you can't take everybody with you, because not everybody's willing to pay the price of high standards. Some people love comfort more than they love their future, but not you. You were chosen for something bigger. You were built to set the standard, not follow it. You were born to show what excellence looks like. You might be tired. You might be broke. You might be doubted. But listen to me. Your condition doesn't define your standard. Your commitment does. So get up, wipe your face, look in the mirror and say, I set the standard. Say it again until you believe it. I set the standard. When it's hard, say it. When you fail, say it. When they laugh, say it. When they laugh, say it. When it hurts, say it louder, because one day the same people who doubted your standard will be clapping for your results. Don't chase success, chase your standard, because success is attracted to consistency. Success follows those who refuse to settle. When you hold your standard, opportunities start finding you. Doors open because excellence has a sound. Excellence has a rhythm. Excellence doesn't need marketing. It speaks for itself. So from this day forward, I need you to walk differently, talk differently, grind differently. Carry yourself like you already made it, not because you're arrogant, but because you have a standard. Don't let temporary pain make you forget permanent purpose. The pain is the process. The process is the proof. The proof is your standard. When you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself, did I set the standard today or did I settle? And if the answer is settle, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Just fix it, raise it, lift it higher, and keep going, because at the end of your life, it won't be about what you had, it'll be about what you became. And the people who become legends, they all have one thing in common. They set the standard. So from now on, no more average, no more almost, no more excuses, no more waiting. You've got one life, one chance, one moment. Set the standard and never, ever lower it again. Listen to me. Life's not about what you say you want. It's about what you keep fighting for when everything in you says stop. When your mind says quit, your body says quit, your heart says quit, and you still move. That's the difference between people who talk about greatness and people who become it. Everybody loves success until it demands something from them. Everybody says they want it until it starts costing them sleep, peace, comfort, friends, relationships. See, everybody wants to eat, but few want to hunt. Everybody wants the result, but few want the repetition. You can't pray for the reward and avoid the responsibility. You can't ask for elevation and still live in excuses. You set the standard, good. Now it's time to sustain it. Good. Now it's time to sustain it. Because setting it once is easy. Living it every single day is what separates legends from the crowd. Every time you think you've done enough, remember, the standard doesn't rest. The standard doesn't sleep. The standard doesn't take a break when you're tired. If your standard is high, then your grind has to match it. Some of you are frustrated right now because you thought discipline was supposed to make life easy. Discipline doesn't make it easy. It makes you stronger. It doesn't remove the pain. It gives you the strength to endure it. Every rep, every early morning, every sacrifice, every tear, that's the tax of excellence. When I started this journey, I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I made a decision. I'm not going back. I told myself, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I might cry, but I'm not stopping. I might be alone, but I'm still going to build. Good greatness isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You've got to develop faith in your own grind. Faith is not just believing everything will work out. It's doing the work even when you don't see results yet. Faith is showing up when nobody claps. Faith is believing your time is coming, even when your life looks stuck. Listen, pain is part of the process. Don't let pain make you panic. Don't let delay make you doubt. The standard doesn't disappear just because you're struggling. You don't lower your standard to match your situation. Raise your effort to match your vision. Every failure, every rejection, every betrayal, it's preparing you. The people who quit never realize how close they were. You can't plant a seed today and expect fruit tomorrow. You got to water it, protect it, wait for it, and sometimes while you're waiting, storms will come. That's okay, because storms don't destroy strong roots, they reveal them. If you're grounded in faith, if your standard is built on something real, no storm can break you. There were moments I wanted to give up. Moments when I said, God, why me? Moments when I thought the pain was too heavy. But every single time I wanted to quit, I remembered somebody's watching me. Somebody's depending on me. Somebody's learning from me, and I couldn't let them see me fold. When you set the standard, you don't live for applause. You live for impact. You start realizing it's not about you anymore. It's about the people connected to your name. It's about the legacy attached to your grind. You don't raise your standard for yourself. You raise it for those who come after you. Some of you are going through darkness right now. Betrayal, failure, heartbreak, confusion, and you think it's punishment. It's not punishment, it's preparation. God's not breaking you, He's building you. He's stripping away the weak part, the lazy parts, the parts that can't go where He's taking you. You're being trained for something greater, but only if you don't quit. There's a version of you you haven't even met yet. Stronger, wiser, more focused, more dangerous. But you can't meet that version until you survive this version. The pain you're in right now is the process of transformation. It's shaping you for what's next. Everybody talks about faith until it's time to live it. Faith is not shouting, I believe, when everything's perfect. Faith is whispering, I still believe, when nothing makes sense. You have to lead yourself before you can lead anyone else. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop blaming people for your situation. Stop expecting someone to hand you motivation. The moment you take ownership, that's the moment your life changes. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking charge of yourself first, your habits, your thoughts, your attitude. You can't inspire others to raise their standard if you're living below yours. You can't demand excellence from your team if you settle for mediocrity in private. Be the example you want to follow. Be the standard you want to see. There's somebody right now watching how you handle your struggle. They're learning what strength looks like by watching you not quit. You might not even know it, but your resilience is somebody's hope. Your discipline is somebody's inspiration. So don't just talk about faith, walk it. Don't just post about hustle, live it. Don't just dream about success, become it. When I look back at my life, I realized something. Every season of suffering made me sharper. Every no prepared me for a bigger yes. Every delay taught me patience. Every loss humbled me. Every pain made me tougher. See, everybody wants the crown, but nobody wants the cross. Everybody wants glory, but nobody wants growth. You can't skip the struggle. The struggle is the school. It's teaching you lessons comfort never will. So stop asking why me. Start saying, try me. Because the same fire that melts weak metal, it forges steel. You're becoming steel. You're being refined. You're being elevated. And listen, don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Stop scrolling through social media and judging your chapter 1 against someone's chapter 20. You don't know their story, their pain, their sacrifice. Focus on your own lane. Stay consistent in your own grind. Your breakthrough doesn't need validation. It needs time. Stay patient, but don't get passive. Stay humble, but stay hungry. Every day you wake up is a second chance to raise your standard higher. You don't need a new year, a new month, or a new Monday. You just need a new mindset, a decision that today again you'll bring excellence. Because true greatness is built in repetition, day after day when nobody notices. Consistency is louder than talent. Focus is stronger than motivation. The people who win are not the smartest. They're not the most gifted. They're the ones who refuse to go away. They keep showing up until the door opens. When you operate at a high standard long enough, it becomes your normal. You stop needing to be told. You stop waiting to feel ready. You just execute. That's leadership, not position, not title, but posture. The posture of responsibility, the posture of excellence. You want to inspire others? Don't tell them what to do. Show them how you do it. Show them what it looks like to push when you're tired. Show them how to believe when it hurts. Show them how to stand when everything falls. You are the standard. And I'm telling you, when you lead with that kind of faith, that kind of discipline, that kind of consistency, blessings start to follow you. Doors open that were once locked. People start respecting you, not because of what you say, but because of what you embody. Listen, your standard will make some people uncomfortable. They'll call you obsessed. They'll say you're too serious. They'll laugh at your focus. But one day they'll be asking how you did it. So don't lower your fire to keep others warm. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Be who you were designed to be, fully, unapologetically, excellently. There's something powerful about a person who's consistent when it's inconvenient, because the world notices, God notices. The universe notices. The secret to winning is simple. Don't stop. That's it. When it's hard, keep going. When you fail, learn and keep going. When they doubt you, prove them wrong by still showing up. You can't lose if you don't quit. So I'm talking to that person right now who's tired, who's frustrated, who's questioning if it's even worth it. Listen to me. It is. Every step, every struggle, every sleepless night is building something you can't see yet. You think you're breaking down, but you're breaking through. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're strengthening your standard. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're raising your level. And one day you'll look back and realize that standard didn't just change your life. It changed everyone connected to you. That's what leadership looks like. That's what legacy looks like. That's what purpose feels like. So don't stop now. You've come too far. You've cried too much. You've sacrificed too long to go back to average. From this day forward, speak it every morning. I am the standard. I lead by example. Well, I'm inspired through my grind. I went through consistency. I ride through faith. You don't need to be perfect, just committed. You don't need to know the whole path. Just take the next step. You owe it to yourself, your family, your future to give everything you got. Because the moment you do, you'll realize you were never waiting on opportunity. Opportunity was waiting on you to raise your standard. So keep fighting, keep building, keep believing. The pain won't last forever. The struggle won't break you. The dark won't win. You will rise because your standard is unshakable. And when it's all said and done, people won't remember your comfort. They'll remember your consistency. They won't remember your excuses. They'll remember your endurance. They'll say at that person, they set the standard. So one more time with everything inside you, say it out loud. Oh, Lord, set the standard. Now go prove it every single day. Listen to me. Every journey ends with a choice. Every story has a moment where you decide who you're going to be. Not who they said you are, not who your past made you, but who you decide to become today. You've been grinding. You've been fighting. You've been holding the line. Now this is where it counts. This is the moment that separates the people who talk about setting the standard from the ones who become the standard. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to pay the price. Everybody wants success, but few are willing to bleed for it. You can't wish for it. You got to work for it, even when it breaks you, because that's where the transformation happens. Not when it's easy, but when it's exhausting. Not when it feels good, but when it hurts like hell and you still don't stop. You have come too far to turn back now. You've already cried too many tears. You've already lost too much sleep. You've already been through too much pain to throw it away because it's uncomfortable. You didn't come this far to quit. You came this far to conquer. Listen, there's a version of you that doesn't quit. There's a version of you that wakes up early, that pushes through pain, that fights with everything inside. That version is waiting for you to show up. And you can't meet that version until you stop running from the hard parts. The easy way doesn't change you. Comfort never creates champions. You don't grow from soft soil. You grow from pressure, from heat, from struggle. The struggle is what forges the standard inside you. And when you finally rise, not because someone helped you, not because someone gave you permission, but because you refused to give up, that's when you realize the fight was never about proving people wrong. It was about proving yourself right. I know some of you are tired. I know some of you feel unseen. You've been giving your best and still nobody notices. You've been doing right, but life keeps hitting wrong. You're asking, when will it be my time? Let me tell you, your time starts when your faith gets louder than your frustration. Your time starts when you stop complaining and start committing again. You can't have faith and fear at the same time. You can't keep one foot in excuses and one in excellence. Pick a side. Average or elite. You can't serve both. When you set the standard, you don't do it once. You do it every single day. You do it when the money's low, when your body's tired, when your mind says. You do it because it's who you are now. You've got to get to a point where giving up is not an option. Can't fail, but because you can't fail, but because you refuse to stay down, you fall 7 times, you rise 8. That's the code. That's the mindset. And when people look at you, they need to see consistency. They need to see fire. They need to see what belief looks like in human form. Because let me tell you something. Your grind is preaching louder than your words ever will. Your discipline is discernment. Your stand is discernment. Your stand is the message. When you lead by example, you give others permission to rise. When they see your work ethic, they start believing they can too. That's what leadership is, not control, but inspiration. Not talk, but transformation. Some of you are carrying pain right now that wasn't even your fault. But it's your responsibility to heal from it. It's your responsibility to turn it into purpose. The same weight that tried to crush you, that's the same weight that's gonna make you stronger. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Face it, own it, grow from it. Because one day when you look back, you'll realize every battle had a blessing hidden in it. Every delay was divine direction. Every loss was a lesson in disguise. Every rejection was protection. It all had a purpose. You just had to keep your standard long enough to see it unfold. Keep walking. Keep believing, keep pushing. I need you to remember why you started. Remember the nights you prayed for this. Remember the tears you cried asking for a chance. You got that chance now, honor it, respect it, don't waste it, don't waste it. And when it hurts, because it will hurt, remind yourself, I've been here before and I didn't break. When it's dark, remind yourself, I've been through worse and I survived. The pain doesn't mean it's over. It means you're still in the game. It means you're still alive. It means there's still something left in you, so breathe, regroup, refocus, but don't stop. Because when it's all said and done, it's not gonna be your talent that defines you. It's not gonna be your luck, your background, your followers, your money. It's gonna be your standard. That's what people will remember. They'll remember that when life got hard, you didn't quit. When everyone else walked away, you stayed. When everything said no, you kept saying yes. That's what greatness looks like. Not perfection, persistence, your moment. This is your season. No more waiting, no more someday, no more almost. Get up, lock in, finish strong, because one day your story's gonna inspire someone else to